So Dan had the bike for about a week. He made the bumper, he made a jig so that he could make more of them. But we went down and picked it up, very pleased with it. Brought it home. It was raw steel, so I still had to get some powder coating done. But I had to get the faceplate made before I could do any of the powder coating. So we went down to Creekside Custom ductwork and metalwork, and he made this for me. It took a while. We got to get the pattern, get it changed over to the XF file, and took it down there. We did some test runs and stuff, but this is how it come out, and it's great job. And you can also see my wife's, hers looks amazing. He did hers too. And we actually are hoping to make a few more, maybe sell them. If anybody has an idea of you know, one they want front plate for their XMR factory rad kits, you know, the way they bolt on, like my wife's, just say so, and we can make some. So especially if you're local. If you're not local, I'm not sure on shipping and stuff, but we can make some. So let me know.
Yeah.
Finished product. That is sweet. That's awesome. Creekside. Good job, man. He's like, get me off that camera. So once Rob got this done, this plate on his plasma cutter, he bent it for me, broke it, and it came out perfect. Love it. I drilled some holes in it and got it mounted to the rad kit. Dan also, on this bike, he welded these tabs on here for a 12-inch light bar. Light bars are kind of confusing on how long they are. Some of them measure from end to end, some measure from just the glass. So before you buy one, double check. But I was able to put these on, found this light bar, fits perfect. I love it. So once I got everything I needed for powder coating, we took everything up to Champion Performance in Champion, New York, and he did the powder coating, and it came out amazing. He did the wife's powder coating, which we had the bumpers done, the bead locks, the shocks, springs, the front plate. Just nice work. Powder coating is very amazing. Great work. Great work. But once the powder coating was all done, we had everything here that we needed. Then we got to start putting it together, which I couldn't wait to do. I just wanted to ride this thing, so I was beating myself up. Unfortunately, I came down with the flu about 3.5 weeks ago, and I am still not over it. 3.5 weeks. For a week, I was just shot, and 2 weeks, I was back to work after a week. But anyways, so that put this thing on hold. But once I got better, we started putting this together. my Ultimate Outdoors crew, a lot of help from a lot of them guys. Couldn't have done it without them. They all had a help in it one way or another, but I really appreciate it. But we got it back together, got halos in it, rock lights, Augs Beam rock lights. I'm going to do a video on the Augs Beam rock lights. We're going to install them on the wife's bike so you get to see what they are. And but I got the halos in it, the shifter knob we got put on it. That was from eastoffroad.com. If you want halos and some accessories for your bikes, check them out. They got some nice stuff. Halos work great. In case you haven't never heard of them, some of you probably have. Big Belly Grips. It's a girl I actually met in New Hampshire. We were at the Jericho ATV Festival. They actually camped with us, camped next to us, got to meet her. And she makes custom belly grips, hand grips, called Big Belly Grips. And she does two or three different styles, any colors. She will do custom ones, hand grips, like Ultimate Outdoors. These particular ones aren't the Ultimate Outdoors one. They don't say Ultimate Outdoors on them. But if you check out her website, bigbellygrips.com, you will see Ultimate Outdoor grips on there. Check them out. They're pretty awesome hand grips. And if you ever go onto there and you want to buy some, when you buy them, mention me. Helps me out, gives me a little credit with her. So, but great product. You got to check them out. Big Belly Grips. Hand grips are awesome. So be sure to look for those. All right, so the exhaust that I went with in this bike was the Trinity slip-on. This thing sounds amazing. This bike just sounds awesome. The exhaust looks awesome. One thing I didn't like about some of the pipes that come straight out between the bumper, some of the tips look like they stuck out past the bumper a little bit. And I don't know about you, but the crew I ride with, they have a tendency to run into the back of you a lot, especially my wife. So I really didn't like the ones that come straight out, pointed straight out the back. I like the ones that went sideways in there and then just pointed down. Anybody runs into you in the back, they're going to hit the bumper, and it's not going to hit the exhaust. So that's why I really like that style better. The only downfall with the Trinity one was it didn't bolt up exactly. It was made for the XXC Renegade, and this is the XMR. So we actually used their hookups, but we did it in a different style. We had to use a couple spacers and drill some holes through the rear bumper, but it mounted up good and it looks good and it's pretty solid. Still just running it some. May have to tweak it over just a little bit so it's not hitting the shock. It's very close to the shock, but it sounds amazing. I love this Trinity exhaust. And we got the Trinity tuner, that's all installed, so love it. It sounds amazing. But I do have a little video of how we hooked up this Trinity exhaust in the wheeler, so you can see exactly kind of how we did it. All right, Plateau Fabrications also did the rear rack on this wheeler. It's a very solid rack. I mean, I really like it. I like the looks of it. It's not too big. I don't plan on putting a whole lot of stuff on it. This bike, I got a waterproof backpack for carrying my cameras and different things in. So I don't plan on putting a whole lot on it, but it's a solid rack. You can put your feet up on it if you had to, or whatever the case might be. But definitely, if you are in search of a rear rack for a Renegade, please check out Plateau Fabrications. He does some great work. He also does some custom stuff, roll cages for razors, side-by-sides, different stuff like that. So he'll do just about anything, So make sure you give him a look. Plateau Fabrications. He's out of Redfield, New York. Well, as you can see, the bike was yellow when I bought it. The wife's, hers was that Can-Am orange, or red, what looks orange or whatever. So I had to have the seats changed because the seat had yellow stitching, yellow patch in the back. And the wife's, hers had 3 orange patches that had to come out. So I took him out to Cal's Custom Upholstery in Watertown, New York, and he did a phenomenal job. He took the yellow stitching out, re-stitched it, put in a silver patch, replaced the yellow, and did a great job. The same thing on the wife's. He took off the bottom, whatever fabric was on the bottom, put like a Kevlar or whatever the heck that was. It's not Kevlar. Carbon fiber, that's what it is. Put carbon fiber and then some matching fabric that matched close to what her color was. So great work, Cal's Custom Upholstery. If you want to find out where it is or something, get a hold of me. All he has is he just works out of his garage, a small business, works by himself. I don't think he has a website or anything, but if you're looking to have any seats done in the Watertown area, northern New York, I can put you in touch with him. So, Cal's Custom Upholstery. All right, the decals that are on this bike, the skull decals, they look really cool. KDM Customs in Watertown did them. They made them fade to black. That was, I gotta admit it, that was Homer's idea. I don't like to admit a lot of times that Homer has a good idea, but sometimes he does. So, but yeah, the decals come out great. KDM done the decals on my wife's bike too. So if you're looking for some decals, wraps, anything like that, make sure you give them a look. So yeah, KDM Customs, they did all the decals on both bikes. So if you want to get in contact with them, let me know and I'll put you in contact with them. They're in Watertown, New York. Look them up, Google, find anything on Google. So check them out. Did a great job on ours. So, all right, the tires on this bike, I went with the tires I had on my wheeler last year. I just loved them that much. The CST sledgehammers, you don't see a lot of them around. I see a few bikes with them. Another guy we ride with in our group has them now. I just love these tires. I think they work great. They really bite, they chew. I've had them on every type of terrain possible, and I think they work great. And they're actually, for such a big lug, they're actually pretty smooth on the hard top. Not that I'm on the hard top a lot, but like hard packed trails, say, they're really smooth the way the tread's lined up. Slow pulling out of the garage, you're not bouncing up and down on the concrete or anything like that. They're just a smooth tire, and they work great. So check out CST Sledgehammer tires if you like mudding. Definitely worth buying. I love mine. I went with 30-inch. I think they make 32s and 28s and so on and so forth. But make sure you check out CST Sledgehammer tires. Well, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. If you're still here watching me right now, you must have liked the video. So go ahead and hit subscribe, top corner up here, and heck, you might as well watch one of these videos. Check them out. Later.